This is Tim O'Neill, the icon of insurance.
I am Chris Kelso, the maestro of mortgage.
And I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate. And together we are...
The Real Estate Rat Pack.
Hey, live and inappropriate.
Live and inappropriately in your ear.
That's not too bad.
Not bad
For a
whatsoever,
live
huh?
intro. You can't be in a bad mood when you're listening to Uptown Funk.
You really can't. Or when you have Santa in your presence. Let me tell you that.
Santa,
Yes.
Kris Kringle, Father Christmas. Love it.
We have somebody listening to us on iHeartRadio. I told her I would acknowledge her that Susan Brock is actually out of town, but she texted me yesterday and says, I will be listening. So we have to behave ourselves a little bit. Susan, as you know,
We
is
have
one of
to
our
behave
past
ourselves,
alumni of
really?
the show.
Love it.
Another shout out. Third
Wh-
year in a row, going to the Pelchin home out
That
in
is-
Rosenberg. And
that is correct.
Got to do a shout out to realtors because all I did was post on Facebook yesterday, and people started sending things to our PayPal account to buy toys and things for those kids. Of course, you know those kids are not necessarily orphans; they're kids taken out of dangerous homes.
Correct.
And this is our third year in a row to do it. And of course, our own Santa Claus is the one that typically arranges this for us. Thank you, Santa. We appreciate that.
My pleasure.
And we're gonna do it again on Tuesday.
That is correct. We will be back there again delivering great toys to the Pelton's Children's Center, as well as other items and much-needed funds that they can use to continue to improve upon the facility, buy additional items for the children, for the educators. It's a great thing to do, and it really is rewarding when you're out there.
Bobby Baker with Gian Homes.
Yes.
When we requested it, said we're looking for a Wii for the girls' side of the home and a Xbox 360. Gian Homes not only stepped up and bought both of those,
Right.
but has extra money as a gift card to give to the home as well.
A big shout out to Gian Homes. I mean, they've stepped up every year.
Every
for us.
year.
Every year. Big shout out to them. A great company, builds a great home, but more importantly, they give back to the community, and that's what we're all about. We talk about this all the time, giving back to the community, especially during these time frames in which you have those children who don't necessarily have what we're accustomed to here in the
and
studio.
another great supporter who's in the house is our own Vaughn Peterson with Clean Air. Welcome to the show. He just popped in today.
He popped in
Hey,
today.
Bringing gifts.
He,
Look at
not
that.
only just, well, you can pop in.
Blackjack?
You can
Yeah.
you can pop in
A check
anytime.
for the DePelchin Rat Pack special
Yes.
special day out at DePelchin. I'm Vaughn Peterson with Clean Air, and I have brought a check today. I also brought a gift from Gina Devers, the CEO of Remax Results. So
Awesome.
we wanted to contribute, be a part of it. The Rat Pack does a great job every year, and we are thrilled and honored to be a part of the Rat
you
Pack.
and Gina have both participated every year.
Did you
So.
bring a
Every year.
pen or just the check?
Don't worry, we can.
Because you can't have one without the other.
We put the fun in funk, so I really did enjoy the opening.
I always say I put the fun in dysfunction. So. Anyhow,
Well, you know, and this is our show before the holiday coming up. So for all those, we do want to make sure everybody has a very safe travel this week. I know a lot of people
Absolutely.
are traveling and want to wish everybody the absolute very best. Great holiday, whatever you're planning on doing. Take time, spend it with your family. Want to give a big shout out to Ashley Bowles. He lost
boy.
his father earlier this week, and he's
he's back in Canada.
He's
right
back
now.
in Canada right now, but a great individual, a great friend of the Real Estate Rat Pack, personally a great friend of mine and everybody here in the studio, and just want to give a big shout out and big condolences to him and his family as well.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, but
Yep.
he'll be fine, and he'll be back with us, and back
He
to
will
expecting
be.
home.
Yep.
That is true. That is true. But for everybody out there, hug your children, hug your father, hug your mother. Definitely get out there and enjoy being with the family because life is too short and time is too short. So.
And
is.
also in the house, and welcome back is our own Amanda White, our professional photographer.
With A.R. White Photography.
And proud to say our calendars are in.
The
They
calendars-
look spectacular.
They look
Yeah.
spectacular.
Spectacular.
And let me tell you, she was with us all day yesterday. We were spreading holiday cheer all throughout the city and with children. We had Santa Claus in town. He wanted to come in and make sure that Houston was ready to receive his cheer. And so we were out there, make sure we acknowledged. She took some incredible pictures with the children and Santa. It was a lot of fun.
Well, the pictures on here are incredible. I had people say, well, who took those photos? And I go,
Yeah.
right there. And of course, we gave her that first page right after when you open up the calendar.
Yep.
Talking all about her.
Amanda White with A.R. White Photography. Let me tell you. We have a great show. Are we ready
We
to do
do?
the show today, right?
Why don't we just do this? just chat. So that's kind of our format.
Well, then we would have wasted all of our show prep. If we
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, let me get the script out. I've got it right here.
You all have the list of questions we sent you, right?
Well, Tim, you're responsible for our first guest, so I think you should do the introduction.
I love and admire our first guest. Let me tell you what. Delara, Aubon, and I met just a few months ago through Women's Council of Realtors, the Houston chapter, of which I am a proud member. And, you
Do something with WCR, Tim?
Oh, I'm the WCR guy, duh. And she's a great lady, a super realtor. And this is going to sound, as you know, I have 3 daughters. And, I look at certain women and you say, I want that that's what I want my daughters to grow up to be. And she's one of these people, Delara. And I would love for my daughters to turn out just like her. And we're Irish, and Delara's Irish, so we have some of those connections.
Good thing
so
I'm not a girl. Please.
Please.
I do not want them to turn out like
Welcome. The template for daughters everywhere, Delara.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with you guys.
So
right close. Got to get right up close to that mic there.
It's an honor.
make sure they can hear you.
It's an honor to be here with you guys. I listen to your guys' show and I love it. So it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be here.
Well, for all those who are listening for the first time, let us know a little bit about who you are and what you do, if you don't mind.
Well, I am a realtor. I'm also 2016 president-elect for the Women's Council of Realtors
Yay.
Houston chapter.
Yay!
It's
Big bucks roll in now.
It's an incredible honor to serve our real estate community and the amazing members that we have in our chapter. So that's been a really big highlight for my year. And of course, meeting Tim has,
Right.
He's everybody's
the highlight. Totally.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Well, and Tim is very heavily involved, obviously, with WCR. He's taken me under his wing, I guess, and getting me involved this year with WCR. And let me tell you, I've gone to, I think, 5 out of the 6 installations, and it has absolutely been incredible to see all the camaraderie, all the leadership. What made you want to get into leadership for 2016 and beyond right there?
Well, I've always taken a special interest in women in business, being a woman in business myself.
Right.
And I think it's important for us to support each other. And we also need our gentleman comrades, like we have Tim as well.
Somebody's got to carry the packages and hold open the door, right?
This is so true. He's such a gentleman, too.
You don't know Tim very well, but keep going.
My worlds are colliding again.
We'll tell you all about it at breakfast time.
But I just wanted to be more involved in the real estate community and to help other women who are just beginning or changing their business style or making a shift. The market's shifting. So it's really an honor to be a part of that and to be able to contribute.
I tell everybody the market is shifting. It's going from super hot to hot. But one of the things that is going on, though, it's really neat, and it's interesting to speak with individuals like yourself who can actually provide some of that leadership, more importantly, some of that expertise, and for individuals who are getting into the community. Rob talks about this all the time. That
I'm just saying, I'm listening to an elf talk.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like...
It's a magical morning. It's a magical morning.
And for all those who don't know, I am dressed as Buddy today. So if you hear me yell "Dad" every once in a while, it's because I am imitating that from the movie. And more importantly, I do have my syrup with me as well.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
I hope that's not real fur.
Yeah. No, sir.
No, this is the show that was meant for television, actually.
Right.
That is true.
Well, I'm interested. I don't know about you, Delara. What did you do before real estate? I mean, what was your journey?
I was in the fashion and beauty industry, actually.
Makes perfect sense.
I worked my way up, became an international executive for a company, and then started my own line. And I needed to plant some roots and got back into real estate. I have, family who's been in real estate and they're invest, so I've kind of seen it, observed it, and grown up with it. So it was a natural transition for me.
Now, you originally from Houston, or?
I'm a native Houstonian. I was born in Houston. I've traveled and lived a lot of different places.
I knew there was one somewhere.
There's one somewhere here. We found her.
Love it.
Well, when I tell people, like, no way, you don't sound like you're from here, I'm like, I don't think any of us sound like we're from here. Come on. But, I'm a proud native Houstonian.
You're going to give your high school a shout out?
My high school's in England.
Went to high school in England. Oh, okay. Well, I was looking for
So born
something
here,
local
went
here.
abroad.
No,
came
no.
back.
Nice.
Well,
That
that
is
would
awesome.
be Scottish.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody can hear that or not. It's all,
Yes.
it's all the same, right? So anyway, talk about, we've had some changes. The Feds went up on their rates about 0.25, which is not a direct correlation to mortgage rates.
Right.
But we're starting to see some changes in the market. What are you seeing up in your area?
One of the market things that I've noticed this year was there was a big increase in pricing. And to be quite honest, I think it was due to the overzealousness of some builders. And I think some of our drop in sales in the market is a result of that. Of course, you can't ignore the oil and gas, what's going on in oil and gas. It's a little bit painful for us. But
Right.
number one, we are one of the most diverse economies in this country. So we're going to be fine.
Now, yes.
And we're going to do okay. We were smart. We grew up in the 80s from that time period. And we decided, to change. So I think we're going to be fine. But like you said, we're going from super hot to hot. We
Right.
still have a great market. We still have a great economy. We have a lot to be thankful for this holiday season.
Well, one of the things that was pretty interesting, I was with a whole group of executives in the oil and gas industry. And one of the things that we've seen this year and last year that they're doing is they're not laying off as many people as what they had in the past. And the reason why is because of the lack of individuals they could hire. Last time what they learned a lesson was they laid off so many people, they couldn't hire them back on when the market came back. So this year and last year, they're actually holding on to a lot more employees than ever before because that knowledge, once it's gone right now.
Yeah.
Cheaper to keep her. Is that what
That
you're
is
saying?
correct. That is correct.
Whoa, well said.
It's cheaper to keep her.
But you're absolutely right, though. And it's still, we're a very diversified market. Most people don't realize, and we always talk about this on the show, is our number one employer is not oil and gas. Absolutely. Our number one employer is actually healthcare. Mm-hmm. Look around, look at what's going on in regards to all the hospitals, the hospital systems,
All us
the
boomers
med
are getting
center.
sick. It's big
Yes.
business.
Yeah, you baby boomers are all getting sick. I'm not quite there yet, but I do have the sicknesses on the change of weather, though, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm sick, but not the healthcare
Not
side.
anything that's treatable.
Saying it's a really good time to be selling health insurance. I'm just saying.
That is too funny.
I always been one of those shows.
We have something in common. Delara and I have something else that we found out just a couple days ago, and this is a setup for you, Rob.
Oh, is this
Would
my
you-
surprise?
Yes. Would you please
Surprise.
ask our guest to tell you the finest Irish whiskey distilled anywhere on earth?
Well, I don't really have to repeat that, do you? What is the finest Irish whiskey?
Redbreast, of course.
She knew.
Absolutely.
We were talking
Coming
about
from a redhead.
Now what
She
kind
knew
of
right
drink it
away.
in?
what kind of vessel do you have to drink it in?
I don't know. Whatever
Better
you
say,
like. I
better
mean,
say Baccarat.
Baccarat Crystal, baby.
Yeah.
Baccarat? Really?
Yeah, we have some little Baccarat
Waterford?
whiskey. Yeah.
I might be more of a Waterford girl.
Yeah.
Oh, English.
I have a soft spot
That's
for water.
right.
Our personal crystal at home is Waterford,
There we go.
Aragon.
Or
actually.
Irish Crystal, the best
Right.
sort of crystal to be drinking an Irish whiskey.
But yeah, Delara knew about Redbreast, which is the finest whiskey, sipping whiskey, beautiful, delightful, and she knew all about it. So I was like,
It's an
this is going to work.
experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, you had mentioned that you lived in London. Is that correct?
I did.
Now, when did you move there, and then when did you move back?
So I moved there around high school, and I moved back around college.
Wow. Okay. How was it?
So-
How was the experience being over there during your high school?
It was a great experience. I definitely stuck out as the American girl, very vocal and expressive, and
did
but
they-
I learned a lot. And it's a great city. It's a great country. I love the people very much. It's a very diverse city, lots of delicious food, which is important to me.
Not when I heard about England. I always heard their food was terrible.
No, but it's such a diverse community there that there's a lot of options. Like, I didn't say English food was the best.
Yeah, right.
I said
But they have the best Indian food.
they
So
have
Brian
great
Barton-
Indian food.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Go for a
food and what
curry.
we got to do, we are coming up against the time for a break right now. We got to pay for the show somehow, guys.
All right.
Absolutely.
So for all those listening, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to finance a new home or refinance your existing home? Look no further. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage. Willow Bend Mortgage is a mortgage banker in the greater Houston area. In business since 1993, Willow Bend Mortgage offers a great array of products from FHA, VA, and USDA loans to conventional and jumbo loans, all with great rates and incredible service from Chris and his staff. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage today, 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Again, that's 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Available 24 hours a day. Great rates, exceptional service. That's Willow Bend Mortgage.
Protect your number one valued asset, your home. Want to know who home builders, commercial property, and real estate professionals call when they have a foundation issue? Perma-Pier Foundation Repair of Texas. You can access the same professional-grade services the pros choose, all backed by a lifetime transferable warranty and over 15,000 successfully completed projects. Visit permapier.com. That's permapier.com to schedule your free evaluation today.
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Chris, Tim, and Rob. All three of us. You can dial in at 800-808-5548. Man, we're having a great time today.
Yeah, we're standing by, too.
Absolutely. We're just standing by. We're sitting here waiting for a call.
Do you know what we failed to do?
What?
On that last segment?
We forgot to tell her how we could get a hold of her, or for her to tell everybody else how they could get a hold of her.
Talk right into that mic and tell
I'm
us.
Delara Aubon. You can give me a ring at 832-419-0259. If you're an emailer, you're a little bit shy, you can email me at Delara, Delara, at aubonproperties.com, AUBON properties.com. I also would like to extend an invite to our Women's Council of Realtors Houston chapter luncheon in January. Please look at our Facebook page to find out all the details and information, but we always have a fabulous program and a delicious lunch at Maggiano's.
I love it.
You don't know, I often hear someone use the term give me a ring at, so I'm thinking if you give it a ring, make sure it's at least 5 carat.
Yes,
exactly. Yes, please.
Well, that is great. Well, we have our next guest coming up.
And you know who's responsible for our next guest?
And we got to tell him we have Dave Dickinson in the house.
In the house. I put it all over Facebook. But
what's he doing here?
Yeah, what's he doing here? Well, we use you to find good talent and bring in. So anyway.
I do have an eye for talent, I must say.
Yes, you have a great eye for talent. And you brought 2 beauties today.
Well, I'll tell you, in the Woodlands, we have a great marketplace. We have some incredible professionals, and I have the privilege of working with several of them. Raul Georgie has built himself a team that is second to none, and I'm fortunate to know Kristi Griffin and Brenna Dominguez, and they've agreed to join me because they wanted to meet the elf. So I take no credit for this, but they're just awesome professionals, and we're so glad to have them in the Woodlands.
And I'm not an angry elf either.
That's good.
I was really actually excited to see the elf.
Yeah.
I'm in today.
Well, Chris, you'd be surprised. The first time he did that to me, we were all sitting there talking, and all of a sudden he walks in and yells out, "Dad!" And I lost it. I absolutely lost it.
But he had no idea it was coming as an elf again today. He asked me. I said, "I'm not putting on that elf outfit today."
I was more excited maybe to see the syrup, but
now I want you to go into the egg and I with that bottle of syrup. By the way,
I will do so.
Absolutely, I think that would be appropriate. So, Kristi, talk to a little bit about your business, how you got into real estate, or why you got into real estate.
Sure. I'm very excited about being here. So thanks for having us. I started off in college focusing on a marketing career because I'm I like to think outside of the box. And
there's a box?
Yeah, there's a box. Can you believe it?
Hello.
And then I got in, I had to make some money. So I got into sales and I couldn't leave it. Sales is where my heart is, along with my creativityness. So, once my husband and I got married and we were looking around, we visited all the communities around the Houston area, and we landed and planted in the Woodlands, and I couldn't say no to being a realtor. So here I am, and I was grateful enough to start my career right at RE/MAX. So
Yeah, well, of course, that's where our own Tim O'Neill lives.
If
Yeah.
you're not living in the Woodlands, you're just camping out.
Exactly.
Well, I guess I'm camping out.
Yeah. We love campers, by the way.
So, and you've been in the business for not a very long time, but you probably have already seen some changes happen. Of course, we just had TRID implemented in October, which has changed most people's world. So tell me a little bit about what you've seen different about the market and what you've seen different about how you're practicing your real estate.
So since you brought it up, I haven't been in the market a long time, but I actually am grateful to be surrounded by people that have been in the market. So knowing what the market was like when I came in and how I had to work to get clients where they need to be in the house that they'd like to be in, I've seen that people are qualified, but because of the things that are working, especially on the north side, with so much of the transfers being in for oil and gas, people are just a little timid to make an actual move. So I feel like as a realtor, I just need to focus. I'm trying to focus on not necessarily the changing market, but what I need to do different to help my clients get where they need to be, even in this market that is, again, not necessarily bad at all, like you said, but still hot, but not as
We're
good as
moving
it
into
was.
what I would consider a normal market. If you, and Dr. Ted Jones, we've listened to his prognostications, and he thinks that prices are going to remain high, in fact, go up, but sales numbers are going to go down, probably around 10%. And so I think we're seeing that. And of course, last year in the Woodlands, we're seeing so many multiple offers, and nowadays you take a listing, and you're probably hearing about it in your office. Sellers call them, I've been on the market for 2 hours. Where's my offer?
Yeah. So we're having
and it's not happening.
Yeah, we're having to set expectations a little differently for our sellers, for sure, because we kind of are spoiled in Houston in general, but especially on the north side. So just letting them understand that, this is still a hot market, but we're not going to probably get the triple offers in 2 hours like we did last summer. Yeah.
And that can be challenging because I do know, there are some areas in which you see the multiple offers still going on, but I give myself an example. I've got friends all over. I've got friends in the Woodlands and Pearland and Katy and in Midtown and Memorial. And so depending on where you're at, sometimes I put my home on the market and you got 5 offers. And I was like, really? I've had my home on the market and I haven't gotten one yet. So it's sort of hard to set that expectation because different areas do move differently still.
Sure. And actually, we actually do have a listing out in Katy, and it's a great listing. And my seller did say, hey, look, my dad's house just sold, and what's going on? And I had to I had to explain to her that every section and every neighborhood and every part of Houston's a little bit different.
Oh yeah.
It also depends on you have to find buyers. You have to get the buyers out, and where they are. It's all subjective.
Yeah,
so.
and that's always been the challenge because consumers are very savvy nowadays because they're reading, national, local, statewide information. But markets are local, not only local, they're micro, and getting reality and expectations to come together and merge. That's the challenge right now because they did remember seeing that, reading about it, seeing so many multiple offers. I remember we had Brad Carlson on last year that was up in the Woodlands. He was talking about one of his sellers said, make it stop. It was like throwing a fresh cow into a river full of piranha. The realtors were everywhere. Is that an image?
Yeah.
But he said that they were blocking the driveways. They were doing all that. And so I really think, even for sellers, this is a better situation. You like that?
Yeah, all the guys crossed their legs when he said that.
Well, I think you're right. I was talking with Santa behind me, and he said, there's not a lot of homes really right now over in the Hollister area, but if you call a guy by the name of Eric Dominguez over there, he could probably find you one.
He sells for some little bitty home company,
some little bitty home company called KB Homes over there.
Homes.
That is correct. So that's what I was told. So Santa, he knows his stuff, generally speaking. Just wanted to put that out there.
Do they have like a 3 sleigh garage out there for you? We're going to let you say a few words after a while.
Yes, absolutely.
Ho, ho, ho.
There's a straight line for you. Ka-ching. Home run.
So, looking at MLS stats, which we follow, and of course they always do a broad brush of entire MLS, which covers 7 counties. We're looking at about 4.6 months supply of home. I don't think there's that much supply of homes still in the Woodlands.
Like I said, I think that some sellers are just, they want to hold back. And I think, honestly, this is the best time to go ahead and just put it on the market, because I think the comps that we're able to use now to list the house are better than they will be in 3 months.
More realistic.
Mm-hmm.
More realistic.
And that's very interesting because, one of the things that sometimes individuals struggle with is the appraisal side of things, right? And so a lot of times an appraisal is going to lag behind in a hot market. Why? Because it takes a little while to get it registered in the MLS, et cetera, et cetera. But all of a sudden, whenever you have a little bit of a cooling down and it's still a hot market, it's able to be caught up now. So now what we're seeing is, we're not saying, I don't know if you're seeing the same thing, you're not seeing some of the appraisal issues out there anymore because it has had a chance to catch up over the past 6 months.
Right, I agree. So that's why I said right now is in this next, even 3 months, it's a great time to sell. And also for buyers right now, man, if you could get out there and find a deal, especially with a new home builder.
Yeah, well, Christmas time is a great time to do it,
Yeah.
because new home builders, and maybe Santa can verify this, but if they've been sitting on inventory and it's being appraised at current market value of the home as opposed to land value, they're about to get hit for some property taxes. So a lot of them are very motivated to move off of some inventory that's sitting. So it's a great time.
I will tell you, though, if you sign a contract today, I'm telling you from the mortgage side
Can you
of
close
things,
by the end of the month?
I don't necessarily know if you're making December 30th, okay? So let's set proper expectations.
There you go. You know what else, Kristi? One of your colleagues is a great friend of our show, Frank Gray, up in the Woodlands. So
Yes,
got to give
he
him
is.
a shout out, right?
Yes.
Yep.
He's,
He actually, Frank was actually the guy that they brought me on to Remax. So I really look up to him. He's great.
He's a good
He's
guy.
a very good guy.
And I've known
Hello,
Raul for
Merry
years and
Christmas,
years.
Frank.
Yes, I've known Raul Julia for a long time. He's a good guy.
I'm very grateful to be a part of the Georgie team. So
So anyway, talk a little bit about what you expect for 2016.
well, like I said, I still think we're going to stay in a hot market. But as we move forward and the market corrects itself, like we were talking about earlier, we will see. I think we will see it go down a little bit more. Nothing to be scared about, but for sure, like I said, right now is a great time to
I think
move.
we're going to move into a real market. And of course, now what we're looking at from, again, we're talking about a broad brush of the whole city, is that anything 700 and up is going to be on the market a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about the 700 specifically. We already have a 10-month supply of $700,000 homes.
But, and I will tell you this, though, and not to interrupt, but I will interrupt anyways.
That never stopped me
yeah,
before.
That
Good
never
grief.
stopped me ahead of time. Is even though there was an increase in the Fed rate, believe it or not, it was already priced into the mortgages. And what's happened over the past couple of days is rates have actually fluctuated back down again. So while there was that initial jump whenever the Fed went up, rates are still at a great time. There's still an extremely low product out there. Your average government loans are still in your 3s. Your conventional loans are still in your low 4s, 4, and 8. Your jumbo rates are still in the 3s. So, I mean, it's still one of those perfect storms. I tell everybody, it's still a hot market. There's still available inventory. You can still negotiate a good deal, and you can get great financing. So, if you're out there and you're sitting on the fence, don't, because it's not going to get better than what it is right now.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
Good mortgage company choice.
do you have any good names of a company?
Do I have any good names of a good mortgage company? I've got well, maybe one that
right.
I know of.
I can only one comes to mind here.
Yeah, Willow Bend Mortgage.
Willow
The great
Bend.
Chris Kelso. And of course, I always talk about me being seasoned. You don't allow me to use the word old anymore. But
That is true. You are very seasoned.
in the,
Cajun blackened season.
in the 80s, it was 18%.
Yes.
And we sold homes.
Right.
Of course, we sold them on negative AM loans. We got to the 1990s and it went down to 10%. I thought we'd died and gone to heaven.
Right.
So people, when they see a quarter point going up off of 4%, I'm going, really?
Right.
Get out there. It's not gonna get better.
You might
No.
only be able to afford 5,000 square foot homes.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Oh gosh! Terrible.
We've been
No elevator, no wine cellar, but you can still swing a deal.
we're kind of coming up against the break. Kristi, tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Well, if you'd like to call, I'd love for you to call in at 832-610-5511. If you'd like to email, my email address is Kristi, Kristi, @texasreal.com. And you can also find me on Facebook.
How can we find it? What on
Facebook. You could just go.
You're
Facebook.
about to say
just
Google.
Facebook. I know. You can Facebook at Kristi Griffin at Remax the Woodlands in spring, and you'll find me.
That is awesome. The reason why I ask this, sometimes people will say, catch me on Facebook, and then you look them up on Facebook, and I can't find you. Like, oh, I don't go by my normal name.
We've had that happen.
Kristi
absolutely.
the Invincible, no.
Yeah.
No.
That is awesome. Well, as usual, we're coming up against a break. We still have plenty to go. We're only halfway through. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I will not lie, but if you ask where I'm staying tonight, I gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby.
But Joe, how exactly does that State Farm jingle work?
Come on, Chris, it just does. You sing it and your agent appears.
But how?
Man, it just does. I mean, how does a microwave work? You put something in it, you hit a button and it cooks. Okay, accept it. Microwaves make your food hot, and the State Farm jingle makes your agent appear. You just sing that jingle, and it's like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and all of a sudden Tim appears.
Oh, hey, Joe.
Oh, dang it. See, Chris, you made me make Tim appear. I didn't need you, Tim. I'm sorry.
We're making a commercial.
Man, we are just like it's a wild universe out there, and we're but one grain of sand on the cosmic beach.
Oh, man. You lost me at the end there again.
Sorry.
In reality, a State Farm agent means knowing a real person like Tim O'Neill in Houston has your back. Call Tim today at 281-358-4444.
Does it matter who does your real estate inspections? You bet it does. You want someone knowledgeable and experienced, someone you can rely on and trust. You want A.B. Bowles Home Inspections. Owned by Ashley Bowles, A.B. Bowles Home Inspections makes client satisfaction a priority. You'll get detailed, easy-to-read reports. Plus, they'll take the time to explain the report to you before and after the inspection. If you're investing in real estate for your family or as a business, call A.B. Bowles Home Inspections at 832-306-3723. That's 832-306-3723. Are you looking to finance a new home or refinance your existing home? Look no further. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage. Willow Bend Mortgage is a mortgage banker in the greater Houston area. In business since 1993, Willow Bend Mortgage offers a great array of products from FHA, VA, and USDA loans to conventional and jumbo loans, all with great rates and incredible service from Chris and his staff. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage today, 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Again, that's 713-256-9138 or online at chriskelso.com. Available 24 hours a day. Great rates, exceptional service. That's Willow Bend Mortgage.
What you wanna do, baby? Where you wanna go?
Welcome back to the Real Estate Right Back Radio Show with Chris, Tim, and Rob as I sit here and dance on this music right here.
Getting down.
Again, you can always reach us at 800-808-5548. That's 5 more hours, by the way, is the name of that
We're
song.
going to take your calls live and in person.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, you didn't tell me about that music intro.
I have changed all of our intro music.
know,
you should
but-
know that. That one is really neat, by the way.
I think that
It's a Chris Brown song.
Should have been consulted on that.
Yeah, it would be Bruce Jackson Brown if I was doing this.
Anyway, another capital title find.
Another
C-Tot.
capital title find. We are going to let Dave Dickinson do an introduction again.
Man, I am so fortunate to be here among all these professionals. How did I get in?
Every once in a while we let you in.
Every once in a while the doorman has to go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah. Well,
You missed the wrong door, by the way. It's the one
well,
next door.
Came with the cost of entry, which is bringing 2 great people.
Well,
on
I
that.
can
So
tell you
that's
that,
your intro.
I continue to just absolutely be so blessed to work with people that take it professionally, that are absolutely dedicated to their craft. Brenna Dominguez, she's somebody that I've met just recently, but I have so much respect for her. She's new to the industry, but working at it diligently, and she's having a lot of success. So I'm really proud that she's able to join us today.
And, and Santa told us that she was on the nice list, by the way. I thought that was pretty interesting.
She absolutely was, but
Yes.
I wouldn't know
What's she
anything
doing
about
here,
that
then?
particular list.
Wow.
I don't know anything about that particular
Did you
list.
hear about
Chris.
the naughty list requirement?
Yeah.
Brenda,
a little
welcome
bit of
to the
naughty in
show.
everybody.
Welcome to the show. So you're fairly. What did you do in your past life?
Before I was a teacher, a first grade and second grade teacher
Oh,
in
you'd
the
be
Woodlands.
perfect.
Yeah,
Because they're
that's
used to dealing
perfect
with
for the
children.
community.
Now let's do it this way, and we can do it over and over again until you all get it right. The teachers make great realtors. Martha Turner, W. Morgan, Beth Wolf, all past teachers, all icons in the industry. So awesome, great choice.
Yeah, thank you.
So
And I hear you can make a mean dessert. Hi, you made a was it a
It was a pavlova.
pavlova?
Chocolate pavlova.
That is great. You know, what's funny is for all those listening between the break, she asked me what we're going to talk about, and I said, I want to talk about making a good pie. And they all started laughing, saying, "That's the right person." I had no
the
idea.
right question too.
Yes.
So obviously that's a passion of yours, is desserts, and
I enjoy cooking. I just enjoy doing things that make others happy.
we're perfect because I enjoy eating. And of course, she didn't bring any samples.
Yeah, your belly would have never shown that you like eating, though. Neither would mine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, oh, hey.
That's mostly from
Hey,
Fireball.
Santa's the one who takes all my stuff off my plate, though.
Yeah, whatever.
Look at his belly.
So,
Fireball belly.
what inspired you to come over to the dark side?
Well, several years ago, my husband and I were searching for a new home, and I really enjoyed the process of searching for a home. And I also realized how important it is for people to have a great realtor to represent them. There's just so many, pieces to the transaction. It's very important to have someone to kind of put all those pieces together for you and help you with those. And I thought that would be something that I would enjoy doing for other people.
And, how do you see that translation from being an educator to real estate? How did that go?
Well, it's very similar, actually. You're dealing with something that's very important to people, their children, their homes, and sensitive information, and just trying to, please others and do the right thing for other people and help them out. So it's very similar, actually.
That is true. I tell everybody, that circle of life, us men, for example, we start off as children, we end as children at the end of our life. So
I never left that cycle, by the way.
Exactly. And the men generally stay in that children state. I would agree right there.
They just said,
it's a
"What do you
trap,
want?"
right?
There's a whole inappropriate remark I'm not
Yes.
going to make right now about that.
Thank you,
cycle.
Tim. When they say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" and I said, "I don't want to grow
I
up," so
refuse.
I just refuse.
Peter
to.
Pan.
But I in my own business, I always talk about that. I always say I'm not a very good salesperson, but I'm a really good educator, and I'm going to give you enough information and show you what you need to know to make a good decision. Because we're dealing with adults, or at least people pretending to be adults,
Right.
and they can make their own decision, but they need to have all the information.
Exactly. And I don't really see being in real estate as being a salesperson, because I'm not selling them a house. I'm helping them find the right house.
Exactly. You do kind of a needs analysis. What do you need? When do you need it? And then kind of act on what their needs are. I mean, it's a pretty simple formula.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we shouldn't be telling them. We should be listening, asking
Exactly.
the right questions. What do you need? When do you need it? What's your budget? Those are very important things and how it might impact them. And of course, get them to the new loan process, which is.
There's a new loan process going on?
Now.
Yeah. I didn't hear about anything like
If
that,
if I sign a contract today, can I close on December 31st?
Oh, I close you
Today's
tomorrow.
only
What are you
the
talking
19th.
about? It's like immediate.
Cool beans.
Consummate you in a New York minute, brother.
That is the new term.
That
for
is the
closing.
new term. It's called consummation.
I want
by
you to know
way.
the government spent
Yes.
$12 million to come up with
Yes.
that term.
Yes.
Consummate, and nobody.
I'll tell you what, though, it
likes
gave me some great material.
It-
I love
it-
public
it
speaking.
does.
People ask me all the time, they sit there and go, "Chris, how are you doing? You look really tired." And I said, "Man, consummation is hard work, guys."
That's right. I hope we don't get bleeped on that.
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
it's a reality, because that's
Well,
exactly what they're calling it.
Getting back to you, though, what are people looking for in homes nowadays?
It depends on the client, actually. It depends on the person. It's funny. I've worked with several people, and what's right for one is not right for the other.
And it's so true, because we are a diversified city. I mean, one of the things that's really neat, if you look, Houston in general, we have Fort Bend County, the most diversified county in the United States. You look at some of the areas that we do have, you have a large contingency of Indian, a large contingency of Pakistani, of Latin American, of Anglo. I mean, you name it, we have a large contingency. We are truly the definition of a melting pot. And I find that to be very exciting, because some of the things that I see on an international basis, I go, here in Houston, we're so blessed to be in the situation that we're at with individual. I mean, I interface every day with individuals of different race, color, creed, religion, and sex. And it's not an issue. We're out there, but you're right. There are a lot of different styles in which you deal with somebody, not only in buying a home, but in the way they deal with their financing and the way they deal with their hours they want to go look at a home or who they want to see the home before they buy. So pretty interesting stuff out there.
Yeah, and they have different knowledge levels too and different needs. And so it's fun to try to figure out where they are and be able to educate them, particular to their situation. And help them find exactly what they're looking for.
So Google isn't the end-all be-all then, huh?
You always want to carry plenty of Snickers in case your customers get out of hand, get unruly. You just give them a Snickers, straighten them right up.
Yeah, right? Just like being a first grade teacher.
There you go.
So, the one thing is we've said that since the show started, people don't buy homes; they buy lifestyles, and it might be security, it might be family, it might be close to to where they work, it might be where they play, but they're always. It's not just a home; it's a lifestyle of what you're choosing. Of course, we're seeing a lot of lifestyles being done in some of the new floor plans and things, and a lot of stuff is moving outdoors, which is always a surprise in Houston, Texas. Mm-hmm. It's 105 degrees in summertime, but I'm seeing a lot of outdoor kitchens and things like that, especially in your area.
In June, July, August it is, but there's really 9 months out of the year that it's a great place to live outdoors, and people are looking for that outside living space.
And then I know you don't have a lot of time in the business, but are you people looking to get the largest home they can get nowadays, or do you think they're big like this is all we need approach to
it honestly depends on the client. There are some that want great big house with the media room and the game room and the study and the dining room. There's others that say I don't need all that. I don't need the formal dining room. We're not formal. So again, it depends on the particular client.
One of the things I haven't seen come in play here in Houston, maybe it's because of our home prices, but the shows that are real popular right now are tiny homes, the tiny house shows that you see out there. But you really don't see those here in Houston. And one of the reasons
an
why
elf would be perfect in a little tiny house.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But, you see some of these other areas over in California and then some of the areas on the East Coast as well. And you this whole tiny home phenomenon. But whenever a tiny home is like, this tiny home is only going to set them back $200,000 for 500 square feet. You could buy a real home in Texas.
yeah, no kidding.
Lots of tiny homes. You look there in West U and South Side, they have the original cottages, and they look funny by today's standards, but there's still a lot of them there, and they're about $400,000 worth of tiny home there.
Same in Bel Air, same way. Yeah. And of course, they're sitting on tiny lots over in the West U, like 5,000 square foot lot and about a 12 to 1,400 square foot home. That's all they needed back post-war.
That is
true. You got 2 bedrooms, a bath, and a fig tree in the original.
And a fig tree.
Well, didn't he, Vaughn was talking about having no closet, but that back then, in the 50s, the man had a black suit, a gray suit, and a blue suit, and the woman had a go to church dress and maybe a couple other dresses. That's it.
Right.
We've expanded on our needs.
Oh yeah, when I go back and look, sometimes you go back and visit, and you look at the homes that our aunts and uncles raised 5 kids in, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing the amount of square foot that they had, and they all raised 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 in our Irish families in these 2-bedroom, 1-bath homes.
Good Catholic Irish families.
Did you do that? Yeah.
I only have one suit, and it's my old suit. I mean, that's the only thing I carry right there.
2 hats. This one and the tinfoil.
Yes. Well, you got to keep the aliens away.
Yes, that is true.
Because they're trying to take his brainwaves, right?
Yeah. That's what you get when you're this smart.
Who knew? Talk about digressing. Let's talk about real estate again. Let's talk about real estate out in the Woodlands. And so we've got some changes coming up. And, of course, you've already seen the TRID change, which, of course, I've said TRID several times today. It's the Truth in Lending, RESPA, Integrated Disclosure.
That is correct.
That's what it stands for.
I've educated
I can promise you, most people out there don't know, but I did actually win a prize.
You did actually
at a WCR, or no, actually CRS for knowing what
CRS. Yeah, when she was introducing all those cougars. Yeah,
you got a prize.
I got a prize for that.
Don't tread on me.
Don't tread on me. Exactly. So, have you had that conversation with people? Because I think our value proposition went up exponentially because it's really a lot more things you got to be cautious of. Have you already gone through a TRID closing yet, or you?
Yeah, I think that people just need a little bit more time. Obviously with the new laws and things, there's more time requirement between the time you make an offer and you get to close on your house. But we haven't had issues in our office negatively.
It's still fairly new. We're still actually closing, even as late as this month, we've already closed some under the old way.
Right.
And, of course, some people have written their first TRID. Well, that's how we're referring to TRID offers and things like that.
Right.
And I don't know, have you seen anything, Chris, that
No, other than the
been a
fact
real
that I've
issue?
just been consummating nonstop here recently, so it's been pretty good. I have
had to go
enjoyed
there,
it. Yeah,
didn't you?
had to. Hey, by the way,
Yeah,
just
the
to
federal
warn
government
everybody,
came out with a
that
term.
is the official term.
That
So
is.
I'm not making anything up here.
Now, there's still a
Yes.
closing, though, but it's on the seller side.
It's on the seller side. That is
Exactly,
correct.
but then we'll talk about
Or
that.
if you're cash or anything like that. So, we are coming up against a break, but how
No.
can we reach you first, if you don't mind?
Well, I'm at Remax in the Woodlands in Spring, and I'm proud to be a part of the Georgine Associates team. You can call me on my cell phone, 713-885-5759, or if you'd like to email, it's Brenna, Brenna, at texasreal.com.
And she is Brenna Dominguez, and she is on the nice list. I'm just telling everybody right now.
She's checking it.
Yeah, Santa reiterated that to me
filter our
again.
guests a little bit better than
Yeah,
that.
I know. Guaranteed as he's sitting right here. We have one more segment to go. Open mic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Protect your number one valued asset, your home. Want to know who home builders, commercial property, and real estate professionals call when they have a foundation issue? PermaPure Foundation Repair of Texas. You can access the same professional-grade services the pros choose, all backed by a lifetime transferable warranty and over 15,000 successfully completed projects. Visit PermaPure.com. That's PermaPure.com to schedule your free evaluation today.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties, the fastest growing real estate company in Houston. Over 400 trained professional realtors here to serve your needs in 21 locations in Houston and across the state. Whether you're buying, selling, or leasing, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties is the smart choice. Check us out at andersonprops.com today. Find out why so many choose Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties for all of their real estate needs. You know us, we know real estate.
I am Chris Kelso, the maestro of mortgage.
And I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate.
And I'm Joe Orsack, the king of credit swing. And together, we're
the Real Estate Rat Pack.
When the jet is landing and we're coming home from a long trip to Vegas, the only car the Rat Pack wants to see on the tarmac is a beautiful stretch limo from Dimensions by Dan. Their cars are really gorgeous, but it's the over-the-top customer service that the Rat Pack really loves. So no matter what your occasion, give them a call at 281-590-1101. Ask them about the Rat Pack special, and Dan's really going to take good care of you. That's 281-590-1101, Dimensions by Dan.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Chris, Tim, and Rob. You can reach us at
was
800-808-5548. Everybody wants to rule the world, but only one show does, the Real Estate Rat Pack.
And there's only
I like that.
There's only one Godfather at the end of it all.
That
Our
is
guy,
right. Good, very
Rob
smooth.
Cook.
Hey, you know what? I try to be every once in a
You know,
while.
I thought we might give Santa some time on that.
I would absolutely agree.
And,
He's
and
got a
Von
very
Peterson-
busy day coming up this week, so
Von Peterson brought up something that I've never thought about until he said it. He said, do you really watch them while they're sleeping? Because he said that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, that is true, Santa.
Actually,
Well, first of all, give your signature hello to everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
There it is.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, the creepier part about it is I send my elves to watch.
Wow.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, Eric Dominguez, you are with KV Homes. Tell us where you sell.
So I'm selling out of Hollister Commons. It's KB's first what we call infield deal. It's right there on Hollister between Hammerley and Long Point. So my model is supposed to be completed today, as a matter of fact. So when I leave here, I'll have to go check, make sure it's done.
Santa's checking his list.
That's right.
Making a list and checking it
Checking
twice.
it twice.
Now, Mrs. Claus there?
No, not yet.
I don't know what you all two have going on
Yeah.
up there, but
I'm just trying to find out.
yeah. So, kind of what? Give us your price ranges in that community, and
It's we're gonna be starting right at 300. Right at 300, we're gonna be anywhere between 16 1663 square foot and almost 2,100 square foot. Full, and it's and you know the unique part about it is that area has whenever a developer comes back in, this guy here comes back in,
the elf on the shelf.
It's a lot of the smaller lot, 3-story homes. We're doing regular single family homes, 2 stories, 2-story. It's not large lots, but it's you actually have a backyard.
That's awesome.
You can do the outdoor kitchens and stuff.
And the school district is
Spring Ranch.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So that's very highly desirable school district.
So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're excited. We have KB's got about 5 other infill properties that they're looking at bringing online. This is our first, and we project it to be very successful.
How can we get a hold of you?
My cell phone number. So my name is Eric Dominguez. My cell phone number is 832-605-0001. Or you can email me at Dominguez with an S, DOMINGUES at kbhome.com. Singular,
Awesome.
one home.
So anyway, I understand we have a caller. Is that true?
No, we do not have
someone
one
kept
right
pointing
now.
at the screen
No.
over here.
I wasn't pointing at the screen. Yeah. I was pointing at Josh to say stop pointing at the screen.
Oh, he said they hung up. Guess they weren't.
They saw the picture of the elf and they said,
no, we don't want to talk to these guys. They're not serious.
Now, by the way, did you guys plan this? I'm the elf, and I'm also in the shortest chair in the studio,
Yeah,
by
we
the way.
did.
Gosh. I mean, can you guys... Can this get any better?
You're also the shortest person in the studio.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me about
if we can't abuse you, who could we abuse?
Yeah, I know.
And usually it's usually me that gets it, so it's kind of nice to have it on the other.
Well, one of the things we talk, you asked about 2016. I'm a big believer that I'm telling everybody, 2016 is going to be a phenomenal year in real estate. Number one, because I said so. Number two is if you look at a lot of the factors we have, look at what we've gone through in 2015 and where we stand. We've had oil that has gone down and stabilized. We've had a lot of continued growth. We've had a lot of projects that have not been canceled. We're going to see that 2016 is going to be probably a banner year, even though we talked about there might be a little bit of a slowdown from one side of things. I think we're going to be very pleasantly surprised what's going to go on with 2016.
Great professionals will do great.
Yes.
That easy low-hanging fruit, that might be gone this year.
Right.
The deals you walk into, you didn't even know you were going to get.
Right.
Because it was just so busy. And I think a lot of that's going to be gone. Those people who are out doing it, with intent and purpose and doing it professionally, they're going to do wonderfully.
Did you know, by the way, that 2016 in the Chinese zodiac will be the year of the monkey?
The year of the monkey,
The year of the monkey. The monkey is a clever animal.
That's so cool.
Usually compared to a smart person during the spring and autumn period, way back along the dignified official. So it's going to be the year of the monkey. I love that.
Wow.
That's appropriate for this show. We should make this. There's a party there waiting to happen somewhere.
When is it the year of the rat?
Yeah,
I
looked that up.
2020.
Show. It's funny you mentioned that. 2020, I think, will be the next year of the rat. So we have time to plan.
Because we are such good planners, aren't we?
Hey, we're the monkeys. We can make this happen. Because we are the monkeys, if you think about it. What do? We just goof off all day.
Yeah.
Sing our songs.
Well, you do. I'm very serious. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
People want our jobs. People say all the time, wow, do you really have a job?
Right.
Well,
I say we hang around Rob. What do you think?
and they all come and say, what exactly do you do? And I said, well, I go out and I, hang out.
We tag people and
we tag people.
Post and we check in.
So, ladies, let's start off with y'all. What are some of your goals for 2016? I'm a big goal setter, by the way. I'm a big vision boarding guy. I believe thoroughly in what you put out.
He actually teaches a great class.
Yes,
on that,
I'm a big believer in what you put out into the community. You're going to get back. What you put back in energy, you get back. But we'll start over here, Ms. Dominguez. By the way, what's your 2016 goals and forecast right there?
For 2016, I would just like to work really hard and meet a lot of new people and learn all I can about what's going on and share that knowledge with others.
Well, you got to meet Buddy today, so you're really good. The elf. I mean,
wow.
Starts off with an elf on the shelf.
You got to stop at the show in one word.
Yes.
Experience. Good or bad.
Yes. They get away and going, God, I got invited to that show. I can't believe it. Dave, no longer.
I had somebody had a challenge. There's evidently a book out there called One Word, and they said to sum up your next year in one word, what word would you use? Word.
Monkey.
Wow.
Dedication, I suppose. I think
That's a
Dedication.
great word.
I love that.
I think that if you are dedicated to what you do and you work hard, then you're going to be successful.
I love that.
I like that word. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So, Kristi.
I would
Kristi, what do
probably
you got?
say my word for 2016 would probably be intense because I'm ready to get out and like.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm really just
She
get
looks
out
like
there
she's ready to go burst out and do a marathon right now. Actually, she's like, let me get out of the chair. I'm ready to go.
completely ready.
She's just
for
trying to get away from the chair
2016.
next to me. That's all she's really trying to do, Rob. You're
I
misleading
actually
me.
already accomplished that. No, but I would say my word is intense because I'm going to be going into the year of expectance. Basically, I'm expecting to meet and beat goals that everybody around me have set for me.
Right.
So I'm ready to just be intense out there.
Some of my best experience have become intense. So.
I love intense.
Intense all the way, baby.
No, but you mentioned right there. You said the goals that people have set around you. Do you find that you set goals that are really challenging and hard to obtain, or that are challenging that are obtainable? How do you do your goal setting?
Well, I tend to focus more on reality and being realistic, but I've learned recently that I probably that leads to a lot of mediocrity and like being middle of the ground, and I'm ready to kind of hype that up a bit.
Right.
And like I said, meet and beat and exceed what I think I can do. So
That is awesome.
for you.
I'm excited about 2016.
Intense.
I'm going to put
Intense.
Mr. Vaughn Peterson on the spot.
Yes.
I might be sorry I did this.
It's happened before.
It's happened before. Well, come close
But
and get
what
me close
is-
to a microphone, but
Yes.
tell us what
What
your goal
your
might be for
word is and
2016,
goal.
and maybe give us one word that would describe.
Healthy would be the word, and I'll tell you why. Because this season, last year at this time, I was helping people and treating a lot of homes that had mold and smoke in them. This year, it seems to be a lot of people that are undergoing cancer treatments, people who have COPD, other problems with their home that are making them unhealthy. So healthy is the word.
Great word. Good.
I like that.
Delara.
I would say my word for 2016 will be ingenuity. You know, in a changing market, my goal is to find alternate ways to cater to my clients. So if, you're buying a home, of course, I'll always be there to help you out. But with the changing market, it's a great time to invest. So all of you who already have a primary home, you need an investment home. You need to think about your future and your retirement. And my other goal would be a personal goal is to be more involved in my community. I could spend a little more time helping out with my community, which, always gives back to you.
Always follow your
Yes.
passion. That's
Absolutely.
what a lot of people want to go say, well, I should do this. I should follow what is important to you,
Absolutely.
period. My word probably for 2016 would be community. And Chris, you and I talk a lot about community. It's not just
Right.
the things we do for DePelchin or Sunshine Kids. It's community within our industry. I want to grow that community.
Right.
And broaden those horizons. We have a great team here with you, Tim, and myself. That we've done a good job, and I think we can do better.
Tim, how about your word?
My word that I walk with all the time is dad, because that's what I am. That's the only thing I am that matters, and everything else I do is fluff and nonsense. But
Right.
my focus is
we like
always
your
on
fluff
my
and
role
nonsense, by the way.
as being a dad, because that, like I said, that's the only thing that I do that will make any difference long term, and I got to be the best at that job, and everything else nonsense.
What I've observed.
Well, great.
do
Now
well.
my word seems
I
bad.
love
don't
my
you?
babies.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get hiding in
Dave
the corner over here is
Dickinson.
Dave
Yes.
Dickinson.
What is your word, Dave?
And what's your goal?
Well, my initial goal at the start of every year is to stay married to Angela because she is the most important person in my life. So, but my word is education. I'm always hungry for more knowledge. I want Capital Title in the Woodlands to be the education station so that every week there's something going on that can help you, whether it's surveys, lending, title, real estate, whatever it is. I'm dedicated to educating myself and helping educate others. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 16.
That is awesome. My word is focus. I'm a big believer that with focus you can do everything. You can become the best dad you want to be. You can become the best real estate agent you want to be. You can become the best community service and community leader that you want to be. It's about that focus. So my word in 2016 is going to be focus. And to be better at everything I can possibly be at, and that includes being a husband, being a father, which are my two most important things, being great in community, great in our friendships, and continue to grow. One of the things I like to leave everything, we're coming up against the end of this show, and I like to leave a great quote, and this is no different right here. It says, "This is my wish for you, peace of mind, prosperity throughout the year, happiness that multiplies, health for you and yours, fun around every corner, and energy to chase your dreams, and joy to fulfill your holidays." That is from D.M. Dellinger, by the way. I think it's a great quote to be able to end the show on. Thank you very much, ladies. Gentlemen, happy holidays. Until next time, we are out.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Rat Pack. The Rat Pack is ready to answer your toughest questions.